DJKillzownJones, better remember the name. DJ.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy DJKillzownJones. Remember the name. And we're here for another installment of Killzone interviews. I'm here with the Midwest MonStars. We got Midwest Hayes and Raw Kizzy here in the building. We here at Game Haven STL up in North County. So here today to talk to these two gentlemen about their latest projects and the latest moves that they got going on here in St. Louis. This is the next generation, you know what I'm saying, of the hip hop hip hop MCs here in St. Louis, real hip hop, you know what I'm saying? And
we come here to get it.
Yeah.
We come here, man, to play our position.
Yeah, so y'all go ahead and tell, for the folks at home that don't know who you are, because they know you here in St. Louis, but for the folks watching at home worldwide, kind of to get y'all, introduce yourselves, you know what I'm saying, tell the viewers at home, who you are, where you come from, who you represent, and how did y'all, get started in the rap game? Okay. All right, so who want to go first?
Man, I go by Midwest Hayes, coming out of North County, man. And man, I started rapping about when I was like 12 years old or whatever. And man, I just went from there. Like, I started rapping when I was 12, but you can't never really put the words together like how you want to. So coming up around my brother and all that, man, and his friends or whatever, and they rapping, I'm just sitting back watching them rap. And it just went from there, man, and just a desire, like to try to figure out how to put words together, how to rap over beats. Mm-hmm. Then I hooked up with this man right here, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I just basically, man, started spitting when I was 7. So when I actually got off into like the music thing, I started playing with keyboards and stuff like that. Just little small little Walmart keyboards, you know what I'm saying, and pawn shop keyboards, and I started trying to make my own beats and stuff like that. And I just came off that 95 hip hop shit, you know what I'm saying, like far as the ones with the CDs that you got with the acapella version, and then you got with the.
I tell you what, Raw Kizzy was one of the first cats that like really was making beats that I knew, man, and me and him hooked up like that. And like, man, me and him went to school together too, so like, man, we graduated together and all that, man, and we went to school. But man, he was coming up like man, he say, man, he was making beats, man, and it just clicked up for us, like, man. And so
we even probably messed around and had some little fist fights with each other before we got cool. You know what I'm saying? So
the crazy thing is, yeah, man, me and him had a squabble together.
So like UGK, huh?
Yeah, man, basically.
Yeah.
But basically, man, this started from when we was, younger, and it translated over into you really trying to figure out how do I make this work. Then you figuring out how to make it work. Then once you start trying to make it work, man, it could be years before like you really figure out how to make something work. But I feel like at this point, like right now, like, man, we definitely heard like to make a name for ourselves or whatever. But man, at the end of the day, for me, I'ma always, man, be me, talk about the things that I like to talk about. I'm never gonna be out of my character. I'm never gonna rap about anything that I don't have, anything that I have never done, anything that I don't do. Just not in my nature, man. And we never came up like that, man. Even back in the day when everybody was doing that old bubblegum rap type sound and stuff, man. Like, man, we still stuck to. People kept telling us, like, man, y'all sound like, man, y'all need to be up in New York City somewhere with that.
Because people wasn't connecting with it. So.
Yeah, and I kind of see that, man, happening, in St. Louis a lot, man. A lot of people want to make different, sounding records, and it's cool to have range, you know what I'm saying. But you gotta still be yourself and have your own flavor. And I definitely respect that. And listening to y'all music, I could tell y'all had your own style and y'all had your own, your own character and your own flow and everything, man.
Well, y'all say, man, and some people might not like it. I mean, man, but that's just your opinion. I mean, like, everybody gonna have their own opinion on what they gonna like or don't like. I mean, I feel like most of the times the music we make might not be appealing to the majority of people. Some people might not get it. Some people gonna get it, but you know, man. But the focus is never to worry about who gets it or who don't, man. It's just to go in there and make some music. Okay. Make some good music, right?
So you know, when y'all started, you know what I'm saying, y'all, you know, how long was it before y'all, you know, developed into the Midwest MonStars? You know, how long, you know, y'all got together, you know, at a young age, and then y'all, you know, started. You know, y'all started coming up and started, you know, making beats and freestyling over acapella, over instrumentals, you know, that came with the single.
Man. It's the gray area, man.
That was the before we connected area, you know what I'm saying? But as far as that, like, man, when we got on, we ran into each other. I mean, they like kind of introduced me to like the Dipset man movement and all that. Like, I was actually like wasn't listening to too many of them, but when that kind of era rap came around, it's like bars just came. And they put me on to like actually metaphors, but back then I was just spitting, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you just off the top.
Right, but now, like, man, I probably have metaphors and I know how to work better because of the help of, you know.
But like, I feel like, man, and most recently, we are becoming into become Midwest MonStars right now in front of your face. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't the thing, like, we still learning stuff. I mean, like, man, we some humble dudes, man. Like, man, we already humble enough to know, like, there's people out here that might be better, but you know what I'm saying? But like I say, like, we don't trip off that because that's just something like practice make perfect. You practice enough for something and you want to like it, and like you want it bad enough, it's gonna come, man, for you.
So y'all, you know, so you mentioned Dipset. So who is, you know, kind of y'all inspirations? You know, what artists y'all listen to? You know, coming up, and like, you know, you mentioned, like I said, you mentioned the Dipset. So who was y'all listening to, you know, as y'all was coming up?
Actually, man, with me, I was like, man, I came up off this dude named, I came up off Mike Geronimo. I came off Busta Rhymes, Tupac and Outlaws. I came off with up off Rough Riders, Redman and Method Man. Cannabis, LL Cool J.
Man, look, man, I'm more, man, of the Dr. Dre era.
I can't stop them too.
I was like the Dr. Dre era, the Tupac era, the Wu-Tangs, the 50 Cent, like early 50 Cent music. Like, man, Nas, D-Block, them and Jadakiss, them.
Eminem, I came off Eminem, like that was like one of them albums. I was like, wow, like, man, that first Eminem, that Marshall Mathers.
Of course, Jay.
Yeah, of course, Jay. You know what I'm saying? And then Fab is like one of my kind of, you know, inspirational artists that I heard, and I also be listening to like cats like Vado, Red Cafe.
There's a lot of East Coast.
A lot of East Coast.
There's a lot of East Coast.
I mean, but I like Snoop. I like the East Siders. I like them. I like Corrupt.
And Nipsey Hussle and all them cats. I mean, like,
cats before that, like Nate Dogg.
Oh, you can't go wrong with Nate Dogg, man.
But them a lot of the older generation, like, of cats from that era that we grew up listening to.
Yeah, and that's how y'all got into y'all more lyrical pace, because y'all was listening to more lyrical cats. You know what I'm saying? Y'all listen to East Coast, West Coast. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, like Raw Kizzy said, y'all respect, you know, everybody, you know, and that's cool, because I see a whole lot of different elements in y'all music, and that's for y'all to say what y'all just said, man. It's not too many people that I sit down with that, you know, respect that early generation of hip hop, or that second generation of hip hop, man. And a lot of people don't, you know, respect the folks like Fab and everybody, and the Pusha T's, and, you know, the Big Chris or the J. Cole's of today. You know what I'm saying? Them cats today. It's room for everybody.
You had the Outlaws. You had the Outlaws behind Tupac, and you know, those like cats. I was like actually growing up off of and listening to them, and I'm like, wow, these cats hard. No Limit. You know, you had the whole No Limit from Mr. Magic to Mr. Servon.
You can't forget Biggie too, man.
Oh yeah.
That's when you talk about Dipset and all them. That's who you basically talking about. You talking about
the whole East Coast music. Yeah, Big and Jay. You know.
Then you got your Scarfaces and you got your T.I.s. You got your Stat Quos.
That's a name a whole lot of people don't know about. So you dropping gems, man. Because
the Hell Rails. We talking about the 40 Cows.
J.R. Riders.
J.R. Riders. We was listening to all that heavy back then. I mean, man, who wasn't? Cassidy. We was off into all that back then.
Beanie Siegels, Memphis Bleaks. What's his name? Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying? And you had Cadillac Time Man behind Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, cats like that people didn't know nothing about.
Yeah.
So so y'all really deep in the hip hop industry, man, and that's what I'm saying. A lot of people that I run across or whatever, like in the city, man, they don't really respect those older generations of hip hop, and they don't go back and they don't dig through the crates and do their research about this hip hop game. And I respect that, man, because that's what real artists, you know what I'm saying, that's the dudes that's successful in this game. I don't care who it is. That's the people who rise to the top appreciate where where it came from. So we gonna come right back, and then we gonna talk about the project that Raw Kizzy just recently dropped, and then the project that you got coming, Hayes, right after this. We're gonna come right back, and this your boy DJKillzownJones. Peace.
DJKillzownJones, better remember the name. DJKillzownJones, better remember the name.
Real gamer news.